Hey, everybody, it's Michael Fair, filmfestivalcircuit.com. I am the CEO of Film Festival Circuit. And coming up, one of our events is going to be happening. It is the Atlanta After Dark Film Festival, winter 2024 event. For those of you who are not familiar with Atlanta After Dark, it focuses on content that is for a mature audience. We'll be screening films. And of course, we're going to be giving some awards for screenplays as well. And the films vary. It's everything from dark comedy to horror films, even dark drama, suspense, um, you know, uh, animation, Adult Swim type animation, dark fantasy, all kinds of things. But pretty much the theme of this particular event is that it's intended for a mature audience. Don't bring the kids, but there'll be plenty of film industry networking. So if you'd like to come down to Plaza Theater on the 13th and meet some people, come on down. And one of the people you'll be meeting is Joshua Johnson, who's coming on down. He's a director of a film called Handyman, which is nominated for the Best Comedy Film Award. Joshua, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Well, tell me about yourself, your role in the film. What hats did you wear, and what is this film about?
So I was the director and I was also the action choreography. Anything that had to do with trying to make sure the actors felt safe, make sure the actors were able to kind of flow through everything, got enough practice in. I was also the medic in case anything went wrong, which thankfully nothing super serious, anything happened on that. But it was just an absolute joy. I really enjoyed being able to do it all. Um, Handyman is about basically a super spy who is going undercover as a mechanic or a plumber so that he can get into a storehouse that has the heiress to a multi-billion-dollar corporation, Lily Hoot Nanny. And a lot of things happen. A lot of people end up on the ground. A lot of people have to get handled, but it's a great time.
Awesome, man. Sounds like a lot of fun. We'll be happy to screen it. The judges thoroughly enjoyed it, obviously nominating it for an award. So kudos to you and your team on this. But we're all curious, what did you learn during the filming of this particular movie?
I learned that everybody has a different process, and trying to balance out how to do all of these things, trying to allow everybody who really is incredible creatives and incredible up and coming talents to kind of be able to breathe and kind of be able to do their own work and their own kind of ideas. Trying to balance that with my vision and kind of make this all a cohesive narrative in the whole piece. But I thoroughly enjoyed getting to be around all of these guys and figure out kind of what in the world they were thinking that my idea was. It's always a joy when I write a script and I give it to a group laughing and they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be great. I can't wait to do this with you." And they're talking about all these different ideas that they have. They're just running with it. And it's fantastic. I loved it.
That's fun, man. Well, creatively, why did you want to make Handyman specifically? Was there some kind of personal story, attachment? Like, where did this come from?
So Handyman was spawned out of the kind of time in my life where I was figuring out kind of what kind of man I wanted to be, what was my purpose in life, and that's why he is in a job that a lot of people, they go into as much as they can. A lot of things find use in those kind of jobs,
Mm.
and I wanted to make sure that he came out as somebody who did everything that he could to provide for people and to be kind for people, while still also having a narrative and a kind of outlet that made most audiences laugh over top of that, and so they weren't really thinking the whole time that that's what it was about. But underneath everything, I wanted to make sure that it stayed about a man who tried his best to do everything that he could. Literally, the entire idea spawned from I looked over one day on Christmas, and my brother had given me a toolbox for my truck because he believed that every man should have a toolbox just in case something goes wrong. And I was like, I could do some great things with this. This would be great, and it just flowed from there.
All right. Sounds fun, man. You're going to be at the event in Atlanta. Are there any film industry contacts or anyone you want to network with or wanting to meet to help you out with the next, with your next project? Is there anything you're looking for in particular?
First of all, anybody. I love getting to talk to everybody, and this is my first I'm very new. This is my first film festival that anything's gotten into, and so I'm just really excited to be there and really excited to talk to anybody. So for me, this is just a great time for me to learn what all this is even like and what this is all
Mhm.
about. People I'm looking for in specific, I love being able to talk to anybody who wants to do action because that's like my main outlet, my main creative choice. And where I'm at, I don't get so many people who go out for that kind of thing because of just the insurance and the paperwork and the safety precautions that you need to take. But anybody who can help out with that, I would love to, as well as like anybody who can help out with cinematography and lighting. Oh, I'm on such a kick on that right now. I don't know what in the world's gotten into me, but I love learning about it. So anybody who wants to at all, who's interested at all, I'd love to talk to them.
Well, you're going to meet plenty of filmmakers there. It'll be a fun time. Again, thanks for making the trip. And is there anyone you'd like to thank who's not on this interview about this project?
Oh yeah, my assistant director, Ali Corrigan, she joined on super quickly into the whole process. Um, I basically met up with her about like kind of thinking about the writing, and I was trying to figure out some of like the special effects and stuff. And she was like, "Oh yeah, absolutely." And she got super into it and started talking about all these ideas, and I was like, "Absolutely!" Like I need to have you on my team immediately. And it evolved into her being the assistant director and getting kind of coordinate with me on that. My director of photography, Balint Torjak, did a phenomenal job. There's a lot of different things on there that a lot of people would be like, "What in the world are you trying to do? Like, why are you doing this?" The camera's flying around everywhere and doing all these match cuts. And he looked at me and he was like, "Yeah, absolutely, I'd love to do this." The entire cast and crew nailed it 100%. Dennis Brantley, the handyman himself, was phenomenal. I loved it. He literally like almost zero direction, knew exactly what I wanted every single time, and lived and breathed as it. It was perfect. And then my production designer, Becca Davis, made every single inch of my dorm room, which this was filmed in, just so much funnier and added so many just visual jokes that I never even considered until she was like, "Oh, dude, you could do this, this, and this, and this," and she started going, and I was like, "Yeah, this is great. Go ahead." Um, and then the judges, of course, at this event. I mean, I this was my last film festival I entered into
Hmm.
before I was basically out of money, and I was super excited about it, but I had no idea because it was in Atlanta, and so I kind of I tried to stop myself from thinking about it because it's a couple months till you get back. So I didn't want to anticipate it too much. And then I got the email and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool." And so it is an incredible honor that I even got selected. It's amazing that like we're up for an award. And I feel super lucky to be able to do that. All the cast and crew is super excited about it. They all feel incredibly honored that they get to be a part of this, and I'm very excited about
Good work, man. That's good to hear. Where are you traveling from?
I'm from Richmond Hill, Georgia, right south of Savannah, but I'm going to school at Georgia Southern, so I'm in Statesboro, Georgia at the moment.
Oh, okay. All right. So you get to make a road trip of it.
Yeah, a little bit. It's gonna be great.
All right. Good stuff. Well, look, man, I really appreciate your time. We're excited to screen your film, and it'll be a lot of fun. Thanks for bringing comedy. Some of the films get a little bit too serious. So thanks for being our comic relief in this category. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
All right.